Today is March the 10th, 2021. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show where we share inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. Today we are going to have some fun. You guys are going to be inspired. You're going to feel empowered. You're going to be entertained. And may I say, you may need a tissue box near you also. You're going to go on a whole emotion, a roller coaster, if you will. And in the end, we will be making the case that Jessica, I wanted to almost call her by her middle name, but Jessica is a service hero. And we have many people showing up today, and I want to recognize them as we get going. We have Helene Wilson. She is here from our buddies and welcoming everyone. Thank you very much, my dear. And we have Caroline Berzins, who is our production assistant. And she is letting us know that we are live on the E360 TV platform. And I am going to share right now how important that is. And if you don't know how to get on to the app, here you go. And you're going to want to, especially after this hour. I don't know about you, Jessica, but I always feel like dancing with that gecko when that's going. You know, it's like, okay, do. Okay, we are going to introduce our service hero of the day. However, I'm not the one that's going to do it. I have a friend to join me.
Hello, this is Crystal Cockerham, and I was so excited, Tamara, when you reached out and asked and let me know that you were interviewing Jessica as a service hero today on your show. So thank you for reaching out to me. And I am so honored to be able to pay forward the blessings that Jess gives to everyone. Every day, really. I met Jess in 2018 on a collaborative project that we all worked on. And during that year, she birthed her show, The Breakthrough Show. And literally, the purpose of the show is to inspire others to have breakthrough moments of their own. And what a beautiful gift and service to the world as a means of sharing hope and inspiration for others to keep on keeping on and to really find the wisdom within each and every one of the viewers out there and to ripple out and share that word with another and that word with another. Because every time somebody shares a story, shares their breakthrough, it inspires and paves the way for others to step forward and to have their breakthrough of their own. So in that way, she is very much a service hero. And then last year, she started her Joy podcast. And her Joy podcast is like this sprinkle of sunshine every Monday morning that really just helps you to seek and be the joy and not let things in life or others hijack that joy from you. So Jessica inspired me in, you know, uh, being more visible myself and showing me a way that I didn't realize was part of the dream that I had for myself. So I started out, as friends, as a Shine sister with Jess, and I became a guest on her show, The Breakthrough, the first season, and then she invited me to become a panelist on the Breakthrough show for a couple of seasons, which then led into being part of the Breakthrough Show network. So for that, I have so much gratitude and so much love for this lovely woman who is always keeping on and doing her thing and walking her talk. That is also an inspiration. She is a beautiful person inside and out, and shares her journey every step of the way. And that is a beautiful service to have in the world. So thank you, Jess. I love you. I'm so happy. I'm just going to be like giggling in the background, and you know it, as I'm watching the show here today and your response. So yay, yay, yay. Thank you, Tamara, for this opportunity, and thank you, Jess, for being you. Love you.
Hi there.
Stop it, Tamara.
What a beautiful soul, Crystal. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction of our service hero. And she kept calling you Jess. Is that what most people call you?
People call me what I think the people that are closest to me tend to call me just something other than Jessica. And then Jessica's like the serious, like, let's get down to business, Jessica.
Jessica Suzanne.
Yeah, that too. Thanks for those memories, Mom.
Yeah, I know. We once a mom, always a mom, right?
That's right. That's right.
And so she's talking about the Breakthrough show.
Yeah.
And for those, if you guys haven't gotten and figured this whole thing out yet, wink, wink, yes, the Breakthrough show is on the E360 TV platform. And we share the same channel, even, which is really cool. The Positive Vibration channel. I love the name of that.
Me too.
I'm not on channel 10 or channel 8. No, I'm on the Positive Vibration
right.
channel. We are on the Positive Vibration channel. Your show, Breakthrough, it says so much right there. And in party time, you're right, honey. You are so right. And yeah, I thought I saw it too at some point. And we're always on the search for the purple pen around here. So, Breakthrough. When I first heard, I think I had been in a meeting with you for the very first time when I saw you, and you were introduced as one of the newer hosts, or we were talking, and you were talking about Breakthrough, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a great title. And I had no clue what it would all be about. I mean, it could be anything. Break through your walls, break through, whatever it may be. However, then now is getting to know your story and everything. I'm thinking, oh, I'm sure it's that and so much more. So many opportunities for breakthroughs. And now that I've met some of the people that are in your world, and I'm thinking I'm seeing it. So why don't we go into it a bit? And so, hello, Anita. Good to see you here today. And let's go into why the breakthrough.
Well, as Crystal, first of all, thank you for having her come on, and thank you, Crystal, for your beautiful words. Crystal's been such a light in my world as well, and I love that we have these opportunities. I feel like as we get older, for these very reciprocal relationships where you're teaching each other, you're learning from each other, and you're a light in each other's day. I just appreciate her so much as well. We were both in a book together called Shine, and in that book, I told about when my brother passed away 11 years ago. And it was not just, that he passed away and this is what he meant to me. It was he passed away and this is what I began to learn about myself, and the mask that I was wearing. And it was one of the most, that's Adam. That's Adam. 100%. That was his whole personality in one picture. He was 24 and he had metastatic melanoma, and it happened very quickly. By the time he was re-diagnosed with stage 4, and we had gone up to Connecticut because my grandfather passed away, and my brother passed away then 2 hours after my grandfather's funeral. So it was a week that changed my life completely. And not just because I was losing the very human aspects of them, the people that I loved, but because it helped me to figure out who I am, and that, what I needed to do to start changing my own life. And when I had written about that in the book, it was a very vulnerable moment for me. I wasn't sure how it was going to be received. And at the same time, it was so freeing for me. It was such a healing moment to go through that story and share about it. And then I saw other people who came to me and were saying how it changed their lives by reading my story. And I learned what a multifaceted, beautiful experience storytelling is through me sharing in that book. And I said, after that was over, I said, what am I going to do? What's next? Like, I didn't even have planned to do this book. So I tend to be very in my Aquarian ways and just do whatever sounds good at the moment. And so I thought, what do we do at the time? And I, at the time, thought I want to do a show. And I had been doing live video for a while and really enjoyed it, but I also didn't like being on there alone and talking to myself. And so I said, I want to do something like The View, but less drama. And
what is it with that? And it keeps giving.
I don't know.
Okay, so
I see the value.
So,
I see the entertainment value. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So the breakthrough, you decide to do the breakthrough show. What year was that?
That was in early 2018 was when I said, I think this is something that I want to do. And at the time I had a friend of mine who was co-hosting with me for season 1. And it was honestly, it was a passion project. I thought people might watch, they probably won't. I had zero expectations at all. And when I started receiving feedback throughout that season, I thought, how could I not do this? And my co-host at the time, it was not something that she intended to do moving forward. So she continued on her way, and I was at the helm of it and thought, here we go.
So here we go, guys. Blast from the past.
Yeah. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We are so glad to have you guys here. We are thankful because you could be anywhere in this great big world on the web, and we are honored that you're here celebrating with us our very first episode of this show. We would like to invite you to take a minute to click that love button, click the share button so that we can invite more people to enjoy this show with us today. So my name is Jessica. I am an intuitive mentor and energy healer.
And my name is Donna Brown, and I'm a holistic wellness practitioner, and this is The Breakthrough. It's a spiritual view for your soul and mind, where we dig deep on today's spiritual hot topics and inspire you with stories of those breakthrough moments that have changed our lives. Throughout the show, you'll be hearing from both spiritual leaders and friends, and of course, we want to hear from you, so chime in and oh, goodness, sorry. So chime in, leave some comments, and use those reaction buttons throughout the show.
Awesome. And I want to give a quick shout out to everyone who has been, you guys have been so amazing in both promoting the show for us today and the enthusiastic people who have signed on as a guest for the show. I am very pleased to announce today that we are completely booked for all 22 episodes of season 1. I always tell people, don't go watch season 1. It's one of those things where you can see how far you've come. Like I had like pages of notes and, didn't have one clue what I was doing with graphics or anything else. And I was like, we're just going to do this. And here we are.
Well, at least you had an intro and everything. My very first show of this show, guys, if you ever want to crack up, you only can, if you blink, it will be over because it was like that short, just like spur of the moment. But you have to just say, okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. And I love the fact that when you shared that the whole first season was booked out even before the very first go live, green light, that right there is a huge testament to who the two co-hosts are, and the anticipation of the subject matter. And so once the first season was over and you decided to continue going forward, did you keep the same format or was it slightly different, or how did you go forward?
So moving forward, it was the same format except with a single host, and we had the panel at the time going into season 2. And then season 3 was a fun time because at the beginning of season 3, my health started to plummet. I have had a lifetime of chronic health issues. You and I have talked about that a little bit in the past before. And it's things that I continue to work through. And sometimes it goes down and other times are really good. And things were not well. And the show at that time was live. And it was a lot to try to juggle with a panel of people, yourself, a guest, being live. It was a lot it was putting more stress on my body than was physically necessary. And so I started to play around with the idea. Oh, that's my pretty shirt. I started to play around with the idea of doing a recorded show and editing and taking my time a little bit with it. And so for season 4, I made the decision to do away with the panel, to do it as me being the host and having a guest on, recording the show, and then also starting to have entertainers on. Now, what do entertainers have to do with breakthroughs? Because when I think about breakthrough moments that I have had in my life, a song will pop into my head that helped me get through it, or that music's always been really important to me. So something that I used to sing to ease my fears or anything that I was going through at the time. And so the format changed quite a bit for season 4. But it's been so nice. And looking back now at having everything booked out, now I have everything booked out and recorded. Like it's done for 2021. So it feels really good.
Wow. That is different. And it is different from a lot of the hosts that are on the E360 TV network or on many of the web TV networks, because many of them are live. And I can see how that would be really spectacular. In fact, my mind is going crazy at this very moment in time. I'm thinking, oh, ideas. Okay, so when you were talking about the panel,
yes,
you have a variety of different people, and we recognize Crystal now because Crystal has shared with us, and you've had others come on. I have an eeny, meeny, miny, mo out of that group of panelists that also has something to share. In fact, we're going to hear from that person now.
Jessica has been a hero to me because she has encouraged me to come out and be visible. I'm a behind the scenes kind of a person, and she has way back, 2019, around that time, encouraged me to be visible and have a voice in the public and not just behind the scenes. And so that is one thing that Spirit was talking to me about privately. And then Jessica was the instrument to really get me on that path. So love you. I also love what Jessica does with the way that she connects people. She's a person who is always bringing people together and giving them connecting points so that we can all do our work better and support each other. So I love Jessica for all of that. Thank you so much. You are a hero to so many of us. We appreciate you, love you, and yeah, blessings.
I love him.
Jeremy is my Jer Bear. I just love
I can
him.
see why. Oh my golly, gee willikers. Oh my golly. Yes. And loving that you're here with us, Shannon Green. And good weather out in my shack. Okay, she's out in the she shack. We love it when you're out there. So very cool out in Utah. So good weather out there. It's raining here in SoCal, which, they say it never rains in Southern California. Well, today the weathermen forgot. They forgot that one, which we're grateful for, of course. We're very grateful. I am great. And, this goes along with, and I want to recognize you, Jessica, as a service hero, because I see you as a service hero because of you coming immediately and serving the community that some right now are here from. And that is the nonprofit that supports those people that have been affected by cancer, either the patient or those people that love and support them. And we call ourselves buddies, and we chat a lot. We have a lot of fun. We have humor, hope, heart hugs, and a whole lot of love. And you joined us on the tour of love not long ago. And guys, we had some fun. I'm going to share a clip of that.
Here, Jessica, how does this music and vibe work in what you do and how you personally value it?
Well, music has always been something that's a really big part of my life since I was very, very young. I started playing piano very early on and singing very early on, and then picked up several other instruments throughout the years. And now to see my kids learning instruments as well is one of those moments that's just, it's really cool to see that happen. And now to sit in the living room and my daughter's on the ukulele and my son's on the guitar and I'm singing. And it's just so much fun to see that happen from a parent standpoint. But I've been through a lot in my life, and as everybody has that's on the show here today. And music, I've said it 100 times, has saved my life, more times than I can count. But one of the biggest things that I saw that really showed me the power of music was when my grandfather that raised me had a stroke, and went into the nursing home shortly after that. And I wanted to be near him as much as I could still. And I went to work in the rec department at the nursing home and used to go in and sing for the residents. And you'd get people that had Alzheimer's and dementia that couldn't remember their kids. And then you would sing a song and they would, every single word, they would know every word and every note. And that was the first time I had really seen it outside of myself. I knew the power of it for myself, but it's to see it in other people. And it was the most beautiful experience. And then when my brother was sick, and was going through treatment, before he passed away, music was really important to him as well. And just to have that grounding, something that he knew that was familiar. I think that's such a huge part of healing for anybody. And it's been in my own physical healing journey as well.
I found this.
Oh, that's my friend Jess. I'll have to send that to her. We're still connected today. We were best friends in middle school. Oh my gosh.
I had to show this because when I saw, when you opened it up and saying that you started with piano, but then you added additional instruments, and then when you painted the picture on the show about the family joining in, and we had invited you onto the show because we were talking about the healing through music aspect of what we do within the Buddies program, and you like to sing, don't you?
I do a little bit.
A little bit. You like to sing a little bit. I think that might be a little bit a lot.
I like to sing a lot. And in fact, so sometimes when people say, do you like to sing, they picture singing on a stage or in a concert. And while I did do that at one period of time, now it also manifests itself in someone says a word and I break out into song, or I've made up rap parodies about ridiculous things, and that I strive every day to be the embarrassing mom, as much of one as I can be.
And okay, so you segued very beautifully into that, and before we go into that piece of who you are, because it's a big piece, huge piece, big piece, big guys piece. You mentioned it in that, and that's why I wanted to share those clips to kind of set us up for this, because we're going to talk about the Joy podcast in a minute, the Joy Project, but your breakthrough show and the years that you've put into it now, the seasons that you've put into it, there's such a huge story in you. Mm-hmm. And breakthrough cannot be an accident, can it? No. You mentioned your grandfather being extremely important to you, and that you were so important that you got a job there where he was, and you were able to share the music. And I love that whole time machine aspect of music and kind of going there. Yet you got the job because your grandfather was there at that facility. Why? I mean, my grandfather was my hero. I mean, when I think of service hero, I think of my grandpa. Truly one of the most service heroes out there. He wore a cape under his clothes, I think. However, when you think of your grandfather and your grandmother, they were pretty important to you, weren't they?
Absolutely. I'm working on a solo book, my first solo book this year, that is a collection of short stories about growing up with them and the things that they taught me without actually teaching me. So, a lot of times when we're kids, we go through and people do things and we're like, they're the mom or they're the grandparent. That doesn't matter. And then as I've gotten older, I've done so much reflection about little things that they did that have helped to shape who I am as an adult today. And I really credit so much of the good things in me to the examples that I saw in them as well.
Can you give us an example?
Oh gosh. Well, a big example I mentioned on the show when my grandfather had his stroke. So he worked for Electric Boat. He was the senior draftsman for the Seawolf class of submarines at General Dynamics, and worked his way up from nothing. He never went to college. He started as an apprentice. I watched this man who just built a life for himself, and he always talked about, wanting to go play golf and can't wait for retirement. And he had his stroke approximately 6 months after he retired. So it was very difficult to watch someone so independent. But what I watched in my grandmother after that, of having to pick up the pieces, and she kept him at home for 12 years after that, unable to walk, talk, like had to do everything for him. She had wonderful health aides that would come, but she had him at home. And the strength of a woman, mm-hmm. and a woman who just, gave her every ounce of her being to care for this man. I saw a love like I've never seen before. And she continued to volunteer for the church and to be the rock of our family. And like, how people often say to me, like, Jessica, how do you do it all? I see because of the example I saw in her.
Right. Well, lead by example is what I'm thinking. And you are doing the same thing now with your crew. Okay, guys. Okay. You ready for this? Okay, here is the crew. Mm-hmm. We got a bit of a crew thing going on here. And is this everybody? Is everybody present?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's a fun group, right? Oh yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, we have fun pictures. All right, so they're all nice. I love this one because they're all holding hands.
Yeah. Not always. It doesn't always look like that. So I love to look at the ones where they're like that.
No. Clean, no holes in the knees, and holding hands. Whoa! We're living large here. And then. So sweet. So sweet.
That's my best friend.
I love hearing that. Can I just say, what a cute picture. Okay, so lined up, again, really. No. Here we go. I am loving that one, especially the one up in the corner.
That is real. That's
what am I thinking? Could have had the V8, And your oldest just graduated not long ago?
He did. He's going to be 20 this year. I'm in denial.
Oh, I know. It happens. Gotta love it.
Yes. Oh, they were so little.
So cute. And the family that trick-or-treats together.
Right? That's right. Absolutely. We were the Spice Girls there.
Oh, that's good.
And he was a smart cookie.
A smart cookie. Okay, and this next one, I just can't wait to hear.
Smarty pants. This is the
up with this stuff.
this is our family. I say all the time, you know, it would be a blessing and a curse to see this crew on like a sitcom. You would just, it would be horrible and great at the same time.
Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now. Okay. Who's out there that's a producer looking for a sitcom? I mean, seriously. And the story of this amazing crew is that you guys, this was a marriage that took place. You had a few of the group already, right?
Yes, I had 3 when I met my husband, and we met online, and I was only on this website because a friend had dared me to be on there. I had no intention of meeting anyone, and I remember my profile literally said, "I have 3 kids, and that's a lot of baggage."
Yeah, you know, and
oh, you were so bitty.
You know, amazing, huh? And here's the little
That's
one,
my youngest one, yeah.
So when for those single moms out there, because I understand how this works, and many do, that's another breakthrough there, because so many times when you get, and I mean, right now, because of COVID, I mean, we're almost on a year now, and I know quite a few people, and I'm sure many of the show friends, maybe even some of the fans of the show, that in this last year, there's been a lot of struggle in regards to relationships, and some that were teetering have tottered, and they've now gone, they're now gone their separate way. And many times there's small children involved, and to then open yourself up to someday possibly going there again, that's not always an easy situation. And the words that you use, "that's my best friend," that says a lot. How long have you guys been together?
We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary in December, so it was very quick. Like and it's so weird because I've seen friends of mine who have wanted so desperately to be in a relationship, but they're putting like so much like energy into the process of finding the one. And at the time, I was just like, I'm gonna be happy, and I really don't want a relationship. So, but then it happened so fast, and it was just something about him. I don't know.
They're cute, guys. Watch. I love it when you get one of those digital cards.
Me too. And I also would like to say that I really need to invest in waterproof eyeliner.
Oh, and what I am hoping that people are getting right now as we're going through and celebrating Jessica as the service hero that she is that she's out there and has been sharing in multiple different ways, because you found out that you have gifts, and you found out in a very, maybe in a way that you could say, wow, the universe was there to help you through possibly a really rough time, or maybe something to help to give your energy somewhere to go. Or I'd love to hear about this, because you are out there serving so many, because you truly have gifts to share with so many. When did you find out you had those?
Well, when my brother passed away, there was something really significant that happened. So my brother, when he passed, he was engaged to a beautiful woman named Cheryl. And Cheryl unfortunately passed on a couple of years later. She was only 33. It was truly one of those things that is like a tragic love story, how they came together and then both passed on early. And but Cheryl and I talked often after Adam passed away, and I had a dream one night that I was walking in the cemetery, and I was walking with Adam, and we sat down by his gravestone, and we were talking, and he said to me in the dream, he said, "Tell Cheryl thank you for the Winnie the Pooh." And I'm going, okay, that's cute, but like, okay. And so I woke up from this dream and I'm thinking, that was really strange. Like, where would this come from? And so I reached out to her and I said, Cheryl, I said, I know that this is going to sound really weird, but I had this dream about Adam and I was telling her about it. And after we were talking, I said that, he said, thank you for the Winnie the Pooh. And she said, Jessica, yesterday I was at the cemetery and sat in Eeyore on his gravestone. And that was the moment that I thought, So a lot of these things that I've experienced a lot in my life with feeling that really deep gut intuition about things and then being right about it later, or, feeling messages there, seeing pictures of certain things, and having them be significant, synchronicities, I'll call them. And I noticed that a lot throughout my life, but really just thought, coincidence, no big deal, and this was happening more and more and more and more powerful after my brother passed away. And I thought, I wonder if I could help people with this. I wonder if I could, and I don't consider myself to be a medium or a psychic or any of these terms that fly around. It's a way for me to help people and tap into whatever energy is there at the time, in a more powerful way than I think I was doing before.
And so now you are out there with 2 shows. One, like you said, that's pre-recorded. And I want to share your intro because I want people to know, okay, when you see this intro, you're at the right place. So here we go. I love it. Another one to dance to. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm dancing, guys. All right. So thank you very much for that dancing break. And now, you pre-record the one, and so you can have the music and everything. I love it. I love it. Now, the Joy Project podcast, that is a Monday live show, correct?
Correct. Yes. And that came off of, it was a podcast for all of 2020. It was an idea it's another one of those intuitive things at the end of 2019. One of the things that I was doing for myself with all of the health issues that I was having is I'm just saying, I'm just going to wake up and experience joy. And I had chosen joy for my word of the year in 2018. And let me tell you something about words of the year. When you choose the word of the year, it doesn't mean that that's what you're just going to get that on a silver platter. It means that the universe is going to challenge you to find that word. So when I chose joy, it was the most challenging year that I had and I had to, what I realized is that I had to make a choice. I had to make a conscious choice every single day to find joy. And if I couldn't find it, I had better create it. And so that was what I had learned. And so at the end of 2019, I thought, what if I could break this down for people? Because I was looking for a way to highlight some of my expertise and my experience, because the Breakthrough Show is so hyper focused on other people's stories, which is great. That's the intention of the show. But I wanted a way for me to be able to share what I was learning. And so at the end of 2019, I wrote a list of 52 different areas where it might be easy or it might be hard to find joy, and said, I'm just going to talk about it. And it was a podcast. And then at the end of 20, who knew what we were going to go through? And
I know.
Yes, yes.
A couple of weeks, right?
Yes. Who knew? Who knew that that's what we were going to seriously need to find the joy in everything that came to front of mind last year. And so at the end of the year, I thought, now again, like it's similar with the writing of the book and going into the podcast, my question is always, what do I do now? Because if I can't go forward and have it be as relevant as, I just don't want to do it. It needs to be effective.
I can see. Okay, guys. Yes, I have one more clip. Watch this one, because it's going to introduce one more question.
Start your week with a triple shot of good vibes. This is the Project Joy podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thanks for joining me.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I'm so excited to be here with you for another episode of Project Joy Live. How is your Monday going so far? I know it's really early for some of you guys today, but we're here for it, right? We're here for it. I typically go to bed really early, but my joy today is that I stayed up late and here I am anyway. Because let me tell you, if I don't get my sleep, we have problems. We have problems around here. So I was very tired. Now, what did I get sucked into? Last week, I was telling you guys I've been hanging out a lot over here on TikTok. In fact, I'm live on TikTok right now. Hi, guys. So I'm live on TikTok right now, and I've been hanging out over there a lot. And last night we did Love Rally, which we do every 2 weeks on Sunday. It is the coolest experience. It's where more than 20 creators get together. They go live and they take all of their people and they send them over to another live and just love the daylights out of them. And it's the coolest experience, like hundreds of people. Thank you so much, guys. And so it's the coolest experience. And so I live for that. You guys know that I have been in this business of joy for some time now. And at least that's how I show it. My goal is to bring as many people joy as possible in their lives and to help them see that they have that ability to have that conscious choice every single day, no matter who they're surrounded with, no matter what their circumstances are, to choose joy, choose happiness. And so this event that goes on every 2 weeks on TikTok just absolutely fills my whole soul. My whole heart was full last night. And for it to happen on Valentine's Day, I mean, was there a better time to do it? No, there was not. So it was amazing.
What don't you do?
I asked
on E360 TV Live, which is streaming on, all the different networks, possibility of over 80 million screens, and you're on TikTok at the same time. And then you're doing this, early morning, and then late last night you're doing this other stuff, and you're getting together with all these different creators and you're spreading the love. I gotta love that one. Love that. And so, okay, how did you I mean, I'm like, what doesn't she do? You're everywhere. And how did you get hooked up? And I love the way you were talking about it. It just like it's in every cell of your body. It's just like your joy. Yeah. Right?
It's when we talked about being when you asked me to be on this show, I thought to myself, I don't know about this at first, because I don't, and it's not about being humble. Okay. I just want to put that out there. This isn't about being humble, but really saying to myself, I really recognize the hero in everybody. And so to be called out as one is something that I'm just like, ooh, that's a lot to live up to. But I will say this, the whole idea of being in service to other people, to being a service, to be a hero to others. My journey, a big, huge part of my journey has been learning to be in service to myself and to learn to love myself. And I prioritize me time, then family time, and then somehow the rest of the stuff just happens to fit in. But that I have to be in service to myself first, or I don't get to serve other people.
I love that. And right now, for history, I am just saying that we have hail taking place in Southern California. There's hail going on. I'm like, what is that noise? So anyway, yeah, just grins and giggles, guys, because, market in history. All right. So you're an intuitive mentor. You mentor others. You're there for, and again, that whole lead by example. You're leading by example because you're saying, I'm important. Mm-hmm. I'm important. My family is important. Rest of this will take place. However, you got to know where your priorities are. And you're having a pretty darn fun time, aren't you?
Absolutely. If I don't have fun with it, you can bet I'm out. Like I'm out. I can, and I sound like such a brat saying that, but I'm like, and it's so funny because I'll see some people that are live and they're like, you always have fun on your shows. I see it in everything you do. And some people are live and they're like, I don't understand why people are here. I'm like, would you put a smile on your face? Could you play some good music? Like, could we do something here? People want to have fun. We can go anywhere. We can go anywhere to hear the bad news and the crap in the world, but look, we need to have more fun. That's why I love TikTok.
Well, I'm gonna have to learn because I don't know TikTok and I don't have anything Apple, so I'm not in Clubhouse yet. However, you know what? Never say never, guys. Never say never. So what is on? I love this. We got Helene. She's looking for all sorts of stuff now. I need some more diet water. Okay. Guys, you know what? We're going to have some fun. Red letter day. Purple pen. We're looking for a purple pen. And I'm going to just put it out there. Do I have it with me? Oh, it's in the other one. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, sorry. Guys, I'll share it again another time we have a purple pen video because we're always looking for the purple pen. And that goes along with the whole idea of fun. And I do want to share, I am going to share this because you love music and you came on our show, the Tour of Love, because of the healing through music. And we have the nonprofit that we are serving for those people that are affected by cancer. And of course, it when I heard your story and I told you about it, you were like, okay, yeah, I would be more than happy to share. And I'm going to actually play one of the songs that we created out of the saying that we have: humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. And original song, and it just kind of brings it to the fact that we can heal. We can heal through connections. We can heal through the humor. We can make those decisions to have ourselves be first, have our family be second. We can choose who it is that we're around. We can have some fun, and we can have music, and we can belt it out if we want. Yeah, I'm in the shower usually because that's where I have the most. It sounds the best there.
It does. It does. Like logistically, it does sound. Even if you feel like you can't sing, the reverb and the acoustics in the shower is the best.
It is. So this is a short song, but it brings it to light. And I want to just say, because it brings it to light, we need to have the fun. Because the subject matter that we're talking about, there's some big stuff that we've talked about. However, always remember to find the joy project. Always remember to find the love, the humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
Together, we are stronger than sadness. Together, we are stronger than cancer. Together, we are stronger. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts. Human hope, heart, heart, love, love, love. Human hope, heart, heart, love, love, love. Human hope, heart, heart, love, love, love. Human hope, heart, heart, love. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one. We are love. We are hope. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.
And you are definitely a service hero. You are out there sharing the joy. You're helping people to have breakthroughs. The two that shared their thoughts, and others wanted to too. They just did. They couldn't, but they wanted to so desperately. But Crystal and Jeremy both said the same thing. You encouraged them to get out there, to get from behind the scenes, to go out there, to share. You gave them opportunities, not only to encourage them, but then actually gave them a format of which they could go out there and gain the confidence and the courage, and then empower them to be that person that they are. They said it so well. You truly are a service hero. I want to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to Jeremy and Crystal, and also I saw some friends watching live on other parts of the stream, Stephanie and Shelly, and Stephanie and Shelly, and I know Angela. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Share this out, share the love, and support Jessica on her shows on the E360 TV platform. We will be back with another Service Hero story on Friday. Bye, everyone.